We didn't have to wait long for more drama at the start of the second half. On 47 minutes, Mente's dangerous slow cross is deflected behind for a Brighton corner of Gvardiol. From the resulting deep corner, Webster is able to drop back almost to the edge of the penalty area to head the ball into the 6-yard box, where Hinchelwood is able to turn and scruff a shot towards goal, which deflects off the unfortunate Kusanov and into the goal. After his debut howler against Chelsea, this is another one that the Uzbekistan player will not enjoy seeing again, especially as he was the one keeping the Brighton players on side. Brighton didn't care, so soon into the second half they were back level and it was game on again. Without service, I feel Haaland is obsolete. He is almost a liability up front, as he doesn't contribute much in build-up play for City. With Savinho and Doku also lacking offensively, it's a big problem for City. If Guardiola wants to continue playing the same way, he's going to have to find a replacement for De Bruyne, someone who can find the balls through for Haaland to get on the end of. Gundogan and Gonzalez were not offering it, at least not in this game. You would think it would be an opportunity for Foden, but starting on the bench, Guardiola must not have faith in him. On 52 minutes, Brighton breaks City's weak press, mainly from poor play by Lewis and ROA. Estupiñán is fouled in midfield, but the ref plays on. Rutter plays it wide, first time to Pedro, who passes it to Gomez on the overlap, who plays the ball across the 6-yard box, where Guardiola, lunging and facing his own goal, leaves or perhaps misses the ball, which may be a reason why Menta lets the ball go through his legs, as he himself slides in to finish off the move. He and Brighton, though, will be very disappointed he didn't take that gilt-edged opportunity. 8 minutes into the half, and Brighton were bullying the game. City were looking disjointed. On 57 minutes, Guardiola made a move to try and change City's fortunes, with Bernardo Silva coming on for Savinho. On 61 minutes, a lovely ball into the box, after a strong run into the Brighton half, is collected by the lively Marmoush. He thinks he has sufficiently rounded the keeper Verbruggen to slot the ball into the net, but he is deceived and the Dutch keeper pounces to palm it out for a corner. In the end, it didn't matter as Marmoush was flagged offside, but it was better from City. Still, on attempts on goal in the second half, at this point, Brighton were leading 5-1. In Brighton's defensive duties, Rutter was doing a good job for Brighton, dropping in to support his fullback, as was Matoma on the other side, negating the effects of the City wingers. Bernardo Silva, who had come on for Savinho, was not as pacey as his Brazilian teammate, but he was more effective with his distribution when City were attacking. And on 70 minutes, City were having more of the ball and asking more of the Brighton defence, were Brighton perhaps psychologically happy to take the point. Doku, though, was continuing to frustrate for City on the left wing. There is no doubting his effort, pace, strength and close control, but it is final ball, like Savinho, that continuously lets him down. On 74 minutes, Brighton made changes. Ayari came on for Gomez and Welbeck for Rutter. City also made a change. Silva, who had come on as a sub just 20 minutes earlier, was replaced by Foden. Was Silva injured? The Portuguese looked confused as he stood on the touchline after being hooked. Then on 78 minutes, City should be back ahead. A deep corner by City sees Gonzalez heading down and against the post when unchallenged. A let-off surely for Brighton. But they don't stand around on ceremony and they go straight down the other end, with Mente and Hinchelwood playing a neat 1-2 around Doku and Gvardiol, and Hinchelwood, coming in from the right-hand side, shoots into the side netting, much to the chagrin of his teammates lined up across the 6-yard box, waiting for the cross. Then on 81 minutes, Brighton themselves should be in the lead, after a great break led by Pedro down the left wing. When he cuts the ball back to the edge of the penalty area, to Baliba, there's not a City player within 20 yards of him. Yes, Gundogan and Gonzalez, we're looking at you. Baleba only has Ortega. He has Ortega at his mercy, 9 yards out, but the youngster blazes the ball over the bar. Another great chance goes begging. Brighton make more changes at this point, Menta and Matoma come off, and on comes Gruda and Adringa. Just after that, Doku breaks centrally, and it's a classic example of the problem City are having at the moment. The ball is on to set Haaland away, but Doku delays and tries a 1-2 with Marmoush, but their communication is off and it comes to nothing. Possibly this was why Guardiola immediately called for De Bruyne to replace Marmoush. Baliba also went off for Brighton to be replaced by Weaver. As the clock hit 87 minutes, we had the stat that in the game City had 11 attempts, 3 on target, while Brighton had 15 attempts, 3 on target. This seemed to sum up the game, suggesting there was not much to choose between each team and both had been wasteful. I think for once I might be interested to see what the XG was. There were 4 minutes of added time and a near miss by City, with De Bruyne's free kick inadvertently hitting Gundogan on the back before going past the post, but the game ended 2-2. It is, as it were, for both teams in their race for Champions League football. An exciting game, more so from the goal-mouth action than from the sustained quality of any one team. It finishes here at the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City 2, Brighton 2.